welcome to Wednesday night is Overbooked, your midweek show talking about the goings on in the world of professional wrestling. I am your host, Joker Voice, and let me introduce this wonderful panel here to my stage right. He is the man with the worst takes in all of professional wrestling, but we love him anyway. It is the one, the only LeftEyeEgo. Ego, how are you, sir?
I'd be doing better if StreamYard wasn't trash and let me use my damn camera. So I'm going to be on one tonight. I'm not going to lie.
All righty. I like it. It's going to be spicy tonight. And directly below him is our legal expert who normally goes by the nickname Price Waterhouse at the end of the show. Won't be doing that for this show. It is the Duke Devil 95. Bradley Burnett, how are you, sir?
Pretty good, and I can confirm that LeftEyeEgo's bad takes appear just to be solely confined to pro wrestling, not Star Trek.
Ah, good to know.
I appreciate that.
There you go, Ego. Some positive news there. And
don't worry, we'll still hit you tonight.
Gotcha. Of course we will. And directly below me, still wallowing in the anus of the United States, it is the abysmal, pulverizing, baconator, the unbearable 73. Matt, how are you, sir?
Doing okay here. Appreciate anyone's prayers or whatever, and keep on trucking.
There you go. Speaking of that, we do have a GoFundMe link for Matt. Life has happened. Definitely happened with Matt. So, Ego, do you mind dropping that in the chat? And if you can help at all, that will be great. Speaking of the chat, we got a few folks here already. We have Thomas Preston. In the words of Bender Binding Rodriguez, let's go already. Ready, we got that. And back we have Kai. Hello, sir. As he is back like Roman Reigns, returning after taking multiple tsunamis of working doubles. And we also have Anthony Manzano. How are you, sir? Good to see you. As I said, we have a link for Matt for his GoFundMe in the chat. If you look down below in the description, we all have YouTube channels. We all have our socials as well. If you don't mind, we could all use the likes. We could all use the subscribers. We could all use the looks on our channel and our content. So if you don't mind, folks,
I'd say you better subscribe or we'll bash in some skulls, right?
thank you, Harley. And we got the link there's the link to the chat right there. As Ego is dropped himself off for a second. Oh, Ego's having an issue here. We're going to add him back. Okay, Ego's having problems here. So this should be fun. Oh, alrighty. Here we go. We are on it already, folks. So we're going to.
Oh boy.
We are going to start as over the weekend. WWE's developmental brand NXT had their annual show, Halloween Havoc. As I said, if this name sounds familiar to you, it's because this was a WCW pay-per-view that once WWE bought WCW, they just acquired a bunch of these names, and they're using them now primarily with NXT. Now, we had 6 matches on this card, which surprisingly, again, Shawn Michaels can do something Paul Levesque can't. Put 6 matches on a less than 3 hour show. It's amazing how he can do.
Shawn knows he has more than one hand.
Yes, that is definitely true. And of the 6 matches, we had 5 title matches, and we have some new NXT champs to talk about. What's up, Beak? How are you, sir? Glad you stopped by. Make sure to hit that like button because we would love to hit double-digit likes. That is our goal for every show because when we hit double-digit likes, we stop the show immediately, and we talk to Momo, who gives the show the certified banger certification with and we love Momo here, so we want to talk to Momo as much as possible. So we had the NXT Tag Team Championships up for grabs. These were currently being held by the Hardy Boys, who are the TNA Tag Team Champions, going against the members of Dark State. The Hardys won the tag team title at Bound for Glory, which was last month, and just kind of, hey, hello, you are back, sir. Wonderful. And so the Hardy Boys did the honors in a Broken Rules match, which just devolved into a tables, ladders, and chairs match. Sure. Okay, great. I mean, I loved the Hardys back in the day. Jeff was one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. But they need to stop taking those bumps. I don't know how many more bumps they have left. Now we do have two other championships. Ego, if you can prep that one slide, there we go. We are ready on this one right here. In a predictable outcome, we kind of all knew this was going to happen. The new Women's North American Champion is Blake Monroe. This is the first of what will be many, many titles that Blake Monroe, the former Mariah May, captures within the WWE. This match was under different circumstances, as Sol Ruca was, I'm not sure if I'm buying the complete degree of how much she was injured, because apparently she was injured at the on the previous SmackDown in a tag match. Her and Zarya, hold on, Matt. Her and Zarya challenging Charlotte and Alexa for the women's tag team titles, which they did not win. There was a spot in the match where Charlotte does a chop block on Sol's knee, and the brace that she was wearing on Tuesday and on Saturday was much larger than the brace she normally wears. She had the crutches. Do I think she was hurt? Sure. Do I think she was injured? I don't know. But we saw in this past Tuesday that she also relinquished the speed title. This tells me she's moving up to the main roster sooner rather than later. So any quick thoughts on the lovely Blake Monroe winning her first of what will be many championships? Ego, let me start with you.
Again, it's gonna be first of many. I'm just glad they put a title on her. So it's a stepping stone for her to ultimately win the women's NXT championship. So it's a good start for her.
Okay. Matt, thoughts on, because as I say, you have also watched more AEW than all of us. So you got to really watch the rise of the Mariah May and what that. Okay, let me give you a prop, Matt. Okay, go on.
I didn't recall something about 2 weeks ago about Sol Ruca taking a TV filming break, which could be part of this injury storyline thing. So,
possible.
But as to Mariah May, she is a phenomenal wrestler. She knows how to make it look real when she does moves that like if you really hit them, you'd hurt the person so bad they'd be, like that hip check her and Tony Storm do, and she's a safe worker. So I'm going to guess she's going to be the female Obafemi down there for a while, dominate, and then eventually come up when they work through a bunch of storylines with, the current crop of people who are going through championship cycles, So.
Right. So, Brad, I know you're less versed on Mariah May, but what you've seen of Blake Monroe, your thoughts on what is going to be many, many titles to come.
The first thing, obviously, is just from you guys understanding her reputation and her skill and ability. I get a lot of Tiffany vibe, just mainly because of the look. I know the personalities are very different, but I mean, it's almost like seeing in a way. Just that they had very much the same look, the blonde hair, the athletic build, and everything. But I think the way you've described her is like much more edgy than Tiffany, which would be good. And I think at some point she will be. I mean, she's gonna, like you said, she's gonna be the Obafemi down there for a bit. But she got a strap pretty quick because they probably recognized her ability. Yeah. So they recognize that this is someone they can rely on to boost the brand, which is the whole purpose of someone carrying the belt, to boost the brand. So they know she can do that, which is why they did that. That's my thought.
Right. And then, so this was the not surprising move. I kind of knew that this move was going to happen eventually, but then they decided to do a hold my beer moment where they had the women's NXT championship match against the champion, the out of nowhere JC Jane, who I will say, since the shocking the world beating Stephanie, has put together a string of some pretty good matches down there in Orlando. But they decided, you know what, hold my beer one more time, and they crowned a new NXT women's champion, and that is Tatum Paxley. And at first you're probably going, who? She has been in NXT for 4 years. She her gimmick, she's the cute goth girl in your high school art class. It's probably the best way that I can describe her. And she was friends with Lyra Valkyria in storyline. Right now, I don't think she's going to be holding the title very long because she is booked as a babyface, but she's in a heel faction. So we'll see how that works. So just the
interesting
shakeup. I like what Shawn Michaels does down there. Some of the presentations a little cringy. It's a CW show, and it shows that it's a CW show. But they're willing to take a risk and to kind of just shake the system up. Ego thoughts?
I mean, I'm trying to figure out how this gets us to Blake Monroe eventually becoming champion. So
babyface. She's a babyface. That's why.
Okay, I mean, that's why I'm just like, it's a lot that would have to happen. I guess I only care about Blake Monroe eventually becoming women's NXT champion. So I mean, I guess seems like a necessary change before we eventually give it to Blake Monroe. So I mean, I'm all aboard the Blake Monroe train at this point. So I don't really care that much about her in particular, but maybe it's because I haven't seen any of your matches.
Gotcha. All right. So the shaking up, the willing to stir the pot. And I know this, we all know about this time of year. The main roster is looking at NXT as to possible call-ups. Matt, do you think that maybe Sol Ruka, Jordan Grace, maybe not the trio of Fatal Influence, but at least JC and Fallon Henley might be on their way up to the main roster, thus the reason for dropping titles?
I think JC Jane's going to get called up just to fill out the women's mid card. She's a decent wrestler. She's got us up a little bit of a social media buzz going. So Sol Ruka for sure, pending that TV and injury situation, which way it works out. She should have been called up a while back. She is very athletic. I'd call her a B plus, A minus level talent. Someone you kind of want in the mix, do some good storylines with and all that, but won't necessarily be your main contender type. There is a bit of a glut on the women's roster of people who, like, again, this is the lack of developed mid card. You know what I mean? A mid level. Everyone's either smushed to the top or has no time, or is smushed to the bottom. And this is Triple H's fault for not having a male or female mid level effectively. So.
Well, on certain brands, sure, I would agree with that. Brad, I know you know nothing about Tatum Penn, actually, but I'll ask you: are you excited about who will be called up from NXT if all these speculations are true?
The thing that I really think about is who's leaving the main roster, because we already have a bit of crowding on the main roster. And didn't we do on an episode some time ago, people who should just, maybe it's time for them to move on from their positions? Because you can't keep, look, there's only so many spots on a football team. You can't keep putting guys on there because they're just right in the bench.
They can give Stolruka, put her on Michin spot, send Michin to like wherever.
Well, there's always going to be, of course, the post WrestleMania cuts, because that's an annual thing.
True,
just like you got the Royal Rumble, you got Elimination Chamber, you got WrestleMania, and then you have the other tradition of WrestleMania cuts. So it's an annual event. They need to do a PLE just on cuts.
And I know that we have all said that the need for a draft, as far as a draft on it.
Yes.
As far as on TV, no, because that's boring. That 2 episodes of boring TV. But do this transfer window and start shifting talent from Raw to SmackDown, because yes, Netflix is paying the money, but Raw is so loaded with talent. SmackDown is like cracker thin as far as their talent, the talent pool there.
Well, Joker, if I could just make a point about the draft. When they first did it, it was fun. Remember when they first started doing it, because they made it like an actual draft. They'd have the guys back there like pretending to be wheeling and dealing and everything. They made a spectacle of it. Now it's become the war room style. And that's actually when there was brand allegiance and there was, brand identification. It's that, because we got too many floaters going back and forth. I mean, Cody is on SmackDown, but that Netflix wants him on Raw, so he pops up every now and then. That would have never happened back in the day of when brands were actually a thing, when the Survivor Series was Raw versus SmackDown, and when the draft actually had you're changing color of your shirt.
And this is the problem I had with the placement of the draft. Was like a month before SmackDown. So all of a sudden you get drafted from Raw to SmackDown. Oh, I bleed blue. Bitch, you have been here a month. Stop it. Don't even start. So just the placement of it was not good. But now, mentioning SmackDown, we saw something past Friday that frankly has been long overdue, and it's going to tie into something else, as we've also been announced for this Saturday. For the 4th time, Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. Now, we saw on Friday that Tiffany was in a match with Kiana James, and where is this? It may be a bad take, but they should make the cuts into a storyline tournament. Oh, wow. Yeah, you lose your out. Wow, you lose your out. Oh,
didn't I just say PLE?
Yo, that's cruel, man.
I mean, look. You call up Donald Trump, and because he's a Hall of Famer, and you have the "You're Fired" PLE.
No. No.
I would rather watch the Bella sisters wrestle each other.
Oh, we can have it in the new
match.
East Wing. In the new East Wing ballroom.
Okay, so we had a match with Kiana James and Tiffy Stratton. After the match, after Tiffany won, Julia, the United States champion, came in to attack Tiffany Stratton. Now, they've been teasing kind of a feud between Julia and Tiffany. I am all for that feud. I want that because, as I've said, talking about the Crown Jewel match, when it was Tiffany and Stephanie in that match with a technique machine that is Tiffany can hold her own. She is much better than she has been booked this entire year. Julia is in that same category. She's a technique machine. She is a very good professional wrestler who's also been booked very badly. So Jade comes out, chases away the heels, picks up the title, gives it to Tiffany, raises her hand, and then clotheslines the shit out of her. So we saw a full-blown heel turn.
Sure.
To which I say it's about goddamn time. Because Jade as a babyface sucks. Absolutely sucks.
And she's going to suck as a heel.
Well, we'll get to that, Matt. We'll get there. Now, Ego and I talked about that. We had an actual special Friday edition of Wednesday Nights Overbooked, talking specifically about Jade Cargill, and we talked for like an hour.
Yeah.
Jade was the first free agent signing by TKO. And they immediately wanted to book her as a babyface.
Big mistake. Big. Huge.
It was a disaster waiting to happen. Jade's moveset, her skill set, is not conducive to a babyface style of wrestler. She can't. So her heel actually makes sense. She can work at a more methodical pace, a more deliberate pace, as we saw in the opening angle of the Elimination Chamber match when she came out and acted like a heel. And it was one of the best things that and we have all said, that is the best she has looked this entire year. Without any question. So I want to go to you guys, and I want to go to you guys. Brad, is this too late to turn Jade to this heel turn for Jade?
It is late coming. I almost feel like they're trying to salvage something with her at this point. Because there's I'm not certain who the Jade fans are. The one who we knew about just left the screen.
He'll be back.
He'll be back. Yeah. I was never a Jade fan. I know what you're talking about.
Choke slammed him out of the room.
he yeeted himself out. But I mean, who's really a Jade fan? It makes more sense for her to be a heel.
IWC. There are glazers, absolute glazers over her.
Everyone has fans now.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, like you say, for her limited set, and being a brawler is what she needs to do, and that's perfect heel. Just go in and hit people. Don't do anything, because when she tries to, it looks sloppy and looks like she's going to hurt somebody. Just like be a flat out brawler. Just like 3 or 4 moves like old style Goldberg. That's it.
And well, speaking of Goldberg, Jade's been known to be in the wrong place in matches, which caused Tiffany to be to go into a concussion protocol and miss a match on NXT. Now, Matt, you have watched her the most. You've watched her in AEW. As I've said, when she was the TBS champion, that was mostly jobbers she was up against. So go on.
Okay. She had very little TV time. Again, jobbers, short matches. She is a C-level performer in the ring. She can't really work with other people, like you were saying with Tiffany. She has trouble spotting up for people. She's I don't want to call her an unsafe worker, but she doesn't like do stupid stuff to cause injuries. But she's not a clean worker where like she'll miss spots that can cause injuries. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, let me ask you this, because I have seen, again, her matches in WWE. It seems to be that when it comes time for her to put someone's moves over, she doesn't have the same enthusiasm for when she puts her own moves over. So selling for someone else does not seem to be something she enjoys doing. So would you include the word selfish?
I would say more. She is. I attribute that to be less capable of selling, not so much out of selfishness, but not like she doesn't. When you sell for another wrestler, it really has to be part instinct and part skill, right? And she doesn't have either the instinct or the skill for it. You watch when someone grabs her to do a move to her, like when someone body slams you, you have to jump up in a perfect timing with them, you know, and she doesn't do that, for example, and she doesn't like block it like she's trying to make them look stupid, but the timing of her jumping up is always off, it's just, and don't get me wrong, her wrestling abilities with like with the Elimination Chamber with the kayfabe storytelling, that's pretty good. She got that part,
right?
It's almost like you want to be hard to be a manager. Think about it, but
yeah.
I just think she's a lost cause as far as being she's just C-level. I mean, I guess they got to get their money for her. The millions they paid for her. I don't know the answer.
And that's my thing. It seems like the WWE is hella convinced that they're going to make her a big deal. Is she hot? Ms. Sparkles, if you look at her Instagram, she is known for cosplaying Storm. That is what she was known.
Yeah, she's very beautiful.
She is an attractive lady. Yes.
And by the way, she's a legit athlete. Like she's a big legit. Yeah, there's no question of athletic ability.
It's the wrestling ability, which is completely different. They're two separate categories.
Yep.
Right. So right now, just checking. Okay. So there's a consensus out there that amongst the commentator class, and I've seen a lot of this, that because of this heel turn, that time is up for Tiffy time. That Jade is going to walk into Saturday night's main event and take the WWE Women's Championship. I think this is an awful idea for a myriad of reasons. I'll give my reasons first, and then I'll let you guys expand on this. One, Jade is not ready to be the top anything in any division at all. She's not ready, not even close. Now, the WWE may want this to happen because, like Brad said, they want to get the money's worth out of her. But there's something else. And that something else is Bianca Belair. They want, I'm sure, because a lot of folks are saying that this is the match they want, is a Bianca babyface, Jade Cargill heel match for the title at WrestleMania. My thought is you don't need a title for that match to happen. The story is already there. It is baked in, and it is not needed for this feud to go on. So what I'm hoping to see if I have the pen at Saturday night's main event, Bianca's music hits or something, it causes enough of a distraction that Tiffany goes over. Reason number one, that puts this feud to bed. Because if Jade goes over, Tiffany rematch clause. So now you get this match for a fifth time, which we don't need. We have already done that with Nia Jax. Tiffany Saturday will defend her title for the 12th time. 4 of them will be against Jade Cargill, 5 of them against Nia Jax. The only other 3, Trish, Bayley, and Charlotte. So now you can build this feud between Bianca and Jade. It can lead into war games. It can lead into a face-to-face at the Royal Rumble. Because as we know what the WWE structure is, to get a championship match at WrestleMania, you have to either win the Rumble or the Chamber. So if Bianca wins the Rumble, that is now the second 2-time Rumble Women's Champion in back-to-back years. If she wins the Chamber, she'll have won the Chamber in back-to-back years. That's boring, in my opinion. You can still get the match you want. Doesn't need a title. Ego, your thoughts?
I just don't put the belt on Jade. We don't reward bad behavior around here. So whatever it takes to get her to not get the belt, I'm all for it. Bianca Belair, I really hope, is the reason that this happens, because it's like, what's worse, a short title reign or having a long title reign, but facing 3 people inside a year? Like, it's terrible. So I mean, if you're gonna keep it going, give her quality opponents, and let's just knock this Jade thing out and let it be done. It's the 5th time.
Bye, Miss Sparkles. Brett, your thoughts?
Sometimes you have some TV shows that are you just love to watch over and over again, even though you've seen them like so many times. I clearly do that with Star Trek. Why? Because it's awesome. And there are some wrestlers who pair up so well together, you don't mind seeing them again and again. For example, Sammy and Kevin Owens. Who doesn't love that? It's going to be a great match. It doesn't matter how it happens. Just want to see it. This is the worst rerun ever. And the fact we're doing it now, do you say the 4th time or the 5th time? It's just,
this will be time the number 4.
This to me just says they have a women's roster they don't know what to do with. There are other women on the roster. Jade cannot carry a title. She doesn't have enough charisma, either as a heel or a face, to even communicate. And no one's managing her. I mean, if she was a Paul Heyman girl, maybe you could get away with it.
Yep.
But there's no manager. So she's going to go out there and deliver very stilted, awful promos. No one's going to get behind it. The announcers are going to try to sell it. The fans aren't going to care. And there's no way this can go on until WrestleMania. That's 5 months from now. That can't happen. She cannot win this belt.
April. That's
right.
months.
April. That's right. So honestly, I think the scenario like you're talking about with potential Bianca interference, that makes the most sense. Just to set up the feud, having her as champion, going 6 months, you can't do it. Setting up the feud or reigniting the feud where the feud already exists, that makes more sense.
Okay. Matt, because of the limited roster on SmackDown, as we talked about, people coming up. Does Jade as champion make any sense? And would someone like a Julia and Tiffany be better on the program than having Jade as a top heel champion?
She can't be a top heel champion. She's not capable of that. So this is if she wins this is a horrible booking. I'm beginning to wonder if there's someone above Triple H forcing him to book her because
TKO.
What?
TKO
Yeah.
is
Nick
Khan.
but someone specific, Nick Khan or whatever. Because even this makes Tiffany look bad having to carry her through these matches. And Tiffany needs to wrestle more people to diversify. Like he was talking about feuds you can watch. You can go back to the 80s and find Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat when they had that legendary.
Oh my God.
And there were over at least 40 matches on TV or on videotape you could find. And you could watch every one of them and enjoy them. I've yet to enjoy a Tiffany Jade Cargill match at all.
No.
Fair
Not
point.
one.
Fair point.
And then this is Saturday night's main event. It's supposed to be special. It's not supposed to be with garbage, and this is garbage.
Now, I have said this about Tiffany Stratton so does everyone agree that Tiffany is way better than she has been booked this entire
Agreed.
I think in
yeah.
general,
Yeah.
that's true for a lot of wrestlers.
Okay, but specifically Tiffany. Now, so going into Saturday, this will be a 300-day reign for Tiffany Stratton. I have no problem with her holding the title till Mania. I have no problem with that. I think she should. That's just me. I mean, it would put her right about the record for holding the WWE Women's Undisputed Championship. I just don't think this is so annoying because, again, I think there's some corporate politics going on. Okay. We had some Halloween theme going on here. Nice. I just think that there's some corporate politics going on backstage that it's ugly and it doesn't need to be here. Tiffany's been done dirty this entire year, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Brad, thoughts?
Well, I guess the only good thing I can really think of will be the match on Saturday night will likely be short because if tradition holds, majority of Saturday night's main event is going to be commercials.
Yeah.
So.
Well, okay. So that is when it was on NBC.
Oh, you're right.
And Peacock would simulcast it. It is not on NBC. It is exclusively on Peacock. So we will see what this has. And actually,
they can just do.
Mr. G. Jacob Iron said, "Hello, sir." And
they can just do promo after promo after promo, like they've been doing. Also, just like because we've seen that. I don't know if you've seen it, but I've been able to watch ESPN because it's part of the package I have, and they do the same thing where they just show promo and promo and promo over and over again.
Yeah, I think you need to. I think you need to send me the link. Now your link to that. I'm just saying. So Kai said this, and I wanted to think about this because Tiffany as an underdog, I don't think she plays an underdog well to fight from the behind. Where I think Maxine Dupree and what they've been doing with her on Raw is a much better underdog story. I would agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
So that brings us to what's happening on Saturday night. And that is Saturday night's main event predictions. Now, this is a 4-match card, which tells me this is going at about 2 hours. 1 match every half hour. And these are the matches that
You're going to book something else, right?
I have no idea.
Think
I
up
mean,
something
we may get.
else.
I mean, we may get something on Friday for the go home show, but right now we have 4 matches confirmed. Now, I want to talk about, and surprisingly, all 4 are title matches. Now, I think I today abused myself, and I watched the last 3 Saturday night's main event shows. Oh boy, wow! They're all very straightforward shows. There's not a lot of surprises that happen on these shows.
True.
So, as far as title changes go, that has not happened. The only show that had any, I guess, shenanigans or stuff that wasn't originally supposed to be on the show was the last one, and that was with Naomi and Jade. They had a couple of folks walk out to do whatever. So let's start with, I think, the easiest one to pick, and that is the Intercontinental Championship match, Penta and Rusev against Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Ego, who do you see coming out of this match?
The triple threat?
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Okay.
I still think.
Let me ask you this. Who would you like to win, but who do you think is going to win?
You know what? Y'all not gonna believe this. I honestly would want Dominic Mysterio to win.
Wow.
I really do. Yeah, I'm surprised. I am quite enjoying this arc of Dominic Mysterio. I did not expect to see that. With who's going to win? Yeah, so I got Dominic. I think Dominic Mysterio is going to win. That's who I want to win.
Okay. Matt, your thoughts?
I think Dom's gonna win. I'd like to see Penta win. I think Rusev is gonna take the fall to protect Penta. Although Dom's gonna win it. Dom's he's doing too well with the Merc. He's too popular as a heel. So they're not gonna take the title away from him right now.
Okay. Brad, thoughts?
Agree. It has to be Dom, but he's going to do it lie, steat, and cheat style. Continue being the heel. He's running with it. He's doing a great job. It's amazing to think that Eddie Guerrero's kid is doing this today. I mean, wow. Continuing dad's tradition.
So, and here's why Dominic is going to retain. And again, I want Dominic to win. I am loving Dominic's work. Absolutely loving it. And he is so over as a heel. As a heel, he's over. The rumor is Dominic Mysterio is going to have a match against John Cena at Survivor Series. Does anyone know where Survivor Series is going to be?
Boston? Where is
San Diego?
Okay.
Where's Dominic from? San Diego.
Tijuana.
San Diego. Oh.
They are gonna now whether Dom drops the title or not is that would be stupid to do that. But Dominic is going into Survivor Series as the IC champion.
Go ahead, Brad. I think I know where you're going with this too. Go ahead, Brad. You got it. Go ahead.
Cena wins, holds the belt, drops to Gunther. Because it's rumored it's going to be Gunther.
Okay, well, and here's my counter to that, because John Cena has 4 appearances left. He's got 2 Raws and Survivor Series. After that, he doesn't show up again until December 13th. Now that's only 2 weeks. So a 2 week
Then it's just
range
2 weeks of Gunther yelling at him.
So
You're too scared to come out here. You won't alter your schedule?
So
I like that.
So to hold a 2 week title reign just so John can say, just to say, oh, he's finally a Grand Slam champion. That's dumb. That is dumb. I think that's a dumb.
I know it's
idea.
dumb.
That's just.
But
then again,
yeah.
But then
I would
again,
allow it. I allow it.
But then again, well, you also like Jade Uso too. So I mean, so dumb goes.
He doesn't need to catch a stray. He doesn't need. Whatever.
And we'll get to him in just a second, sir. Trust me. Then we have the women's match. I've made it very clear who I want to win, who I have fantasy booked this to win. I am married to it. And the precedent is titles don't often change hands on these shows. So I think the only thing that gives me pause is the heel turn. Why do you turn someone heel to pay it off with something else? Now, Naomi's heel turn took a little while to get there, but I think Tiffany now retains. Matt, thoughts?
Tiffany, I want Tiffany to win. Tiffany will win. There's zero value in Jade Cargill winning this.
Agreed. Brad, thoughts?
Concur.
Ego?
Agreed as well.
Okay. Now we're gonna go across from Tiffany and Jade for the WWE Undisputed Championship, Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. In my opinion, if you're going to do a title change, you do it in this match. You change titles here. There's no reason Cody needs to hold the title to Mania. There's no need. Absolutely no need. Drew McIntyre, if there's anyone who has earned putting in work with shitty programs, doing his work, doing amazing promo work, mic work, it is Drew McIntyre. He should be rewarded because there's nothing really going on until we're in the Rumble season, and then it's so close for him to grab the title there and hold it for 2 months, 2 to 3 months. Brad, thoughts?
That makes sense. Cody is better when he's chasing than when he's holding the belt because it is milquetoast. It is boring. He is not good as champion. I'm sorry. Yeah, he sells merch and everything, but it's not good story. He's better chasing.
Okay, so you would go with Drew taking the title.
Like to see it. I don't know if it's going to happen.
Agree. Matt, thoughts?
Well, I thought Cody has had this title for a few months too long already. Like you said, this is a great spot to drop it to the right guy. Puts Cody back in the hunt. He lets Drew finally get the payout for all the stuff he's been through as a character. Yeah, so I want Drew to win. Unfortunately, I think they're gonna have Cody win this, but
right,
you know,
now because there is a thought out there that Randy comes back, causes Cody to lose by DQ, which sets up a triple threat at Survivor Series where Drew would take the title on a larger stage. There is that thought out there. Ego, your thoughts?
I mean, I guess. I mean, it's kind of weird because who would you put in front of him from now till Mania? Because I can't really think of anyone if you're going to tell a long-term story or you want someone to get the WrestleMania moment. So,
that's
I like.
We will get to that, sir. We will get to that.
Okay. All right. I mean, if that's the case, I mean,
who do you want to win and who do you think will win?
I'm getting a better appreciation for technical wrestlers or ones that are old school in their wrestling. So with that, I will actually go with Cody to win this one, even though I think Drew is probably going to win.
I would love to see Drew win. And that brings us to the vacant World Heavyweight Championship. That is the most boring match possible. And that is...
What match is that? I don't see a boring match on here.
CM Punk and Jey Uso. And that... Ego.
That is so cute.
We'll get...
Can we just let Ego go back to simp for Jade? I'm sick of this Jay stuff.
We'll get to your cope really quick. Allow me to set the table here. This match was supposed to be CM Punk and Seth Rollins, with Rollins keeping the title. This was the plan. You've as Matt loves to say, what, Matt?
There's always plan B.
This is the most B, as in boring, plan they could come up with, and I'm going to explain.
How dare
why.
you?
It's enough of that nonsense.
Oh, I thought he just dropped off on his own.
No,
You got rather cruel.
So,
Oh, you poor baby.
and here's why. So you crown a number one contender in CM Punk. Okay, fine. Then you have a battle royal to see who's going to face CM Punk. For one, the battle royal was lazy to begin with, because there's at least of the 18 guys in there, there's only 5 that you could make a case for. So there's 13 jobbers. You got Otis Tozawa, that's not happening. Grayson Waller, Kofi Kingston, that's not happening. You have 2 obvious choices right in front of you. Wow.
Ooh.
Wow. Oof. Wow. That's rough. So you go with Jey Uso, the safe answer. You got 2 babyface aces who get along. In kayfabe, they get along. The correct choice should have been LA Knight, because there is already kayfabe beef between the 2 of them. So you've got a week to push this match in a promo segment, which LA Knight and CM Punk is a much better promo segment than what we got on Monday. For God's sakes, the show started. You had 2 minutes of recap. You had Jey Uso's entrance. Then you had to run it back. It's 12 minutes into the show before Jey Uso says a word. And the reason why, because Jay's pacing and pacing and pacing and pacing, looking like he's confused, because he is. He doesn't know his lines. You have 4 letters, 1 word, and you forget this shit.
He has Usoheimers.
And then Punk comes out. It is the most vanilla promo, because this is not Jay's strength. Talking is not Jay's strength.
Neither is wrestling.
He said it, not me. So, actually, singles wrestling is not Jay's strength.
Yeah.
So, me personally, I want nobody to win. Nobody. I want the Bronze
How
to come out
rude.
That's an interesting idea.
I want the Bronze to come out and fuck this match up, which then leads to a tournament culminating the finals at Survivor Series. That is a better answer, because as much as I love CM Punk, I do not want to see CM Punk winning the World Heavyweight Championship from Jey Uso. I want, if Punk is going to hold the World Heavyweight Championship, he needs to take it from Seth Rollins. That's the story.
He already won it. He did.
Okay. We will go with the Cope Master first. Ego, your thoughts on who's going to win this match? Tread lightly, sir.
First of all, the person that I want to win, shocker, Jey Uso. The person that's going to win. You gotta be fucking kidding me. The person that's going to win, also Jey Uso. I just want to know. You gotta be fucking kidding me. JV, I know. You just made the list. I know that you're gonna feel down in the dumps when Jade Cargill and Jey Uso win. I was just gonna. It's okay, man. Give me your address, and I will Uber you a slice of pizza or spaghetti and yeet balls.
Oh.
Wow, that's just.
Yeah, I'm gonna really apologize. I gave some credit for his solid Star Trek takes, but I feel like he's negating that now.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm half Italian as well. I'm quite offended as well.
That is absolutely just wow.
If we ever do our own meetup, I'm not paying for his food.
Or drinks.
That was worth it.
All right. Matt.
He's already going to be drunk if he's got this goddamn take.
Well, I agree with you, Joker, that there should be a tournament or whatever, but Punk's going to win this. There's no way they're not going to put themselves on him because no one wants to see the Eatmeister for 5 months or whatever. Punk's going to win this.
Because, and another thing is, whoever gets this belt is being fed to Braun. Braun is going to be the champion going into Mania.
Yeah, but Punk can put on a good feud with Braun in terms of that. Whereas Jay just going to look like
we've already seen Braun and Jay for the IC title. How did that go, Ego? How long did Jay hold the IC title for?
I plead the 5th. That's how long he held it for.
28 days. 28 days.
I thought it was going to be 5 days based on the 5th.
Brad, your thoughts?
Honestly, I don't know, because the situation that makes the most sense to me is what you said. Because eventually Braun gets the title. Has to have the title. Now, I think it's a big mistake to give it to Punk and then have Punk lose to Braun Breaker, because my mind, how WrestleMania is going to be is Punk gets the title at Mania. This is going to be his last run. Okay, he's already acknowledging that he's near the end. So I think, you don't think?
No.
All right.
I will get into that.
Yeah, right. But I can actually see them putting it back on Jay, because you know what? They don't know how to book matches. So it's easier to spend the first half hour of the show letting the audience yeet rather than actually trying to.
Wow.
Tell me I'm wrong. Literally, Joker just said like 15 minutes with Jay walking down and everyone fracking yeeting. No, wait, he's right. He's right. But that's why you have Paul Heyman now.
Paul Heyman, right.
Remember, I always said Braun Breaker does not have a good voice.
Well, neither did his dad or his uncle. So.
Well, math is also very difficult for them.
That is true. That is true. So that's where I think we are on. That's where I think we are on this. And so we would normally we would normally transition into the staple of the show, which is the top 5. But because we had a banger show, as Momo says, that will not be the case this week, as we have something new. So we got a special segment here, as we're going to be doing Royal Rumble fantasy picks. Now, I came across these on X. These were a lot of fun. I think these are fun to do. And we're going to start. It gave you 4 choices. And of these 4, I want to go through each of you, ranking them 4 as the least likely to 1, the most likely to win the 2026 Royal Rumble in Saudi. Brad, I will start with
Saudi.
you.
Shit, I forgot about that.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So of these 4, the women, ranking them from least likely to most likely.
Well, obviously, we're presuming Liv is back.
That is the presumption, yes.
Okay, so least likely, in my opinion, and someone I do not think should win the Rumble at all yet, Lyra Valkyria.
Okay.
After that, I already have my number 1. It's in 2 and 3 that I'm still having an issue with. I'm going to say 3 is going to be EO.
Okay. Any particular reason why?
Because we've already seen her in that role. Now, mind you, I think she could.
She has never won the Rumble.
No, but I mean in the titles for WrestleMania.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I mean, it'd be like the same as last year.
Okay.
Number 2, I think, is going to be Roxanne.
Okay.
But I think they're going to try to build. They're going to go with the steam off Liv returning. So that's why I would put Liv in, and to get her to get back to the point to see if we can reignite that fire, and then maybe get some feuding with, if there's still a Judgment Day around, with Roxanne or something.
Okay. So I think, based on the next two guys here, I think you've all got the same number 4 going here. Matt, you're listing 4 to 1. Matt?
Matt.
Sorry, I was muted.
Oh,
Sorry. The only X factor here is whether Liv is coming back, right? So, given that, let's say she is for this, Lyra is 4, Liv is 3, EO is 2, Roxanne is 1.
Okay. All righty. Ego, your thoughts?
All right. So again, assuming Liv is back, that's what the main linchpin in all this. I've got Lyra least likely. I've got EO in at 3 just because I think she's going to be pretty much the ring commander, making sure that everyone's in the spots where they need to be. I've got Roxanne at 2 because I think it's highly possible. I just don't think it's probable with Liv Morgan returning by this date. So that's why I've got Liv going number 1.
Okay. Well, guys,
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
I have Roxanne at number 4, the least likely to win the Rumble.
Wow.
The reason why? Roxanne will be holding gold at this point. Champions are not in the Rumble. Roxanne will be holding the Women's World Championship by this time. So my number 3 is Lyra. My number 2 is EO. And again, assuming that Liv comes back in this scenario here, I have Liv Morgan winning the Royal Rumble, challenging Roxanne Perez at WrestleMania. Mania. Long-term storytelling there. That's my thought. Now, with that, we also let's get the other one up here, Mr. Ego. We got one more here.
Hi.
It's a doggy. Then we have the men's. So of these four, we have Roman Reigns, LA Knight, Braun Breaker, and Sami Zayn. Let's go in reverse order. Ego, 4-1. Who wins the Royal Rumble?
All right. So least likely I've got is Braun Breaker on this one. I have Roman being in strong contention, but still coming in at number 3. I'm not sure his time is particularly set yet, and I don't think Roman at this point has to win a Rumble to get a shot at this point. LA Knight is number. Go ahead.
If it's a title match under the structure, to get a title match at Mania, you have to win the Rumble or the Chamber.
I know. I'm just like, for me, it's like whenever Roman shows up, it seems like he could demand a title shot on the spot, and I'd be okay with that. And
fair enough. Fair enough.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying it in terms of I'm going in terms of who I think needs it. You know, I think LA Knight is going to be highly possible. I just don't know how you have a Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia and not have Sami win it. So that's why we got Sami number 1.
All righty. Matt, least likely to most likely.
Question: did Roman ever get his challenge back match after he lost the title?
Well, a rematch clause only happens when they want it to happen.
Yeah, okay. So, given the context here, least likely is LA Knight. Second least likely is Braun. Number 2 is Roman. Sami's winning it.
Okay. I will go next, and then we'll get Brad's takes. I think Braun is the least likely because I see him holding gold, much the same with Roxanne. I see. Then I have Roman Reigns as the third least likely, because again, he's Roman Reigns. He can insert himself in any situation he wants to now. He is at that level. LA Knight is going to come oh so close to all the LA Knight fans, and no, he's going to fall short again. It's in Saudi. Sami Zayn wins the Rumble and challenges Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania.
Oh, okay. That might be nice. Okay.
Brad, your thoughts? Brad, least likely to most likely.
Literally, I match you.
Okay.
Because I'm also in the mindset of who's holding gold. I think Braun is going to be holding gold. From this list, I don't think this is who's actually going to win the Rumble, because I think whoever wins going to challenge. No, well, maybe like you're saying, Sami wins. He challenges Drew. But then, of course, Braun having the belt, I think that's going to be a Punk challenge, who may win it. Elimination.
Interesting you say that, because the Elimination Chamber happens to be in Chicago this year.
Oh,
so
well done.
Let's drop the slide. We can drop the slide.
You got
here.
it.
And I just wanted to add your 2 finalists. Who is going to be the last 2 people standing in the women's and men's in the men's and women's Elimination Chamber? I'll go first, just to kind of set the table here. So I've got Liv winning the Rumble, challenging Roxanne. So who's going to challenge Tiffany? If I'm holding the pen, Tiffany is holding the title.
Oh, so who? Okay, so you're talking to Mania then, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too.
So, who is going to win the chamber? Who do I have as the last two women in the chamber to challenge Tiffany? And my two are Lyra Valkyria and Julia. And Julia wins the chamber.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Now, on the men's side, it's in Chicago. So obviously Punk's going to be in the finals. He's going to be one of the last two men standing in this. But he's going up against Roman Reigns.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Roman
That's a good
Reigns.
one.
Roman Reigns wins the chamber, challenges Braun Breaker at Mania, and loses. Ego.
Interesting.
Your final two, the last two women standing for the Elimination Chamber match.
The Elimination Chamber, bro. I am man. Honestly, I'm trying to figure out if I even think that far in this. I can't even. I honestly, I can't think of that. Maybe it's Julia. Julia and maybe Lyra Valkyria, dude. I can't even think that far. I'm still stuck on trying to get past Sunday night's main event. I haven't even gotten to Survivor Series, even Elimination Chamber to get me to the Royal Rumble. That's as far as I could think about it. I know that since the Elimination Chamber is going to be in Chicago, I know it's going to be Punk versus
Somebody.
Dude. Somebody. I just know that Punk's going to win it at that point.
Okay, so you think Punk wins the chamber?
Oh yeah,
chamber to get a
I definitely
championship
got
match. Okay,
I do, especially because last year he got screwed out of it by Cena. So
Seth Rollins.
I got to win
Seth
this.
Rollins.
Was Seth? Yeah, Seth. Never mind, because he put the crossface on it. Yeah, screwed by Seth. So yes, I've got him winning this time.
Okay, Brett. The last two women for the
in the women's. In the women's, I agree with you. It's going to be Julia and Lyra, and Julia wins. In the men's, I'm going to go with LA Knight and Punk, and I still got Punk going over because I think this is going to be Punk's WrestleMania moment against Braun Breaker.
Okay,
Ooh.
Matt, the final two women for the Elimination Chamber.
Julia, you know what? Julia and Io.
Okay.
So
Ooh,
have a
Joshi on
spectacular
Joshi
end.
action.
Have a spectacular end, and then Julia goes over there. As far as the men's final two, I mean, I like you thinking about Roman. I do. It's poetic. Roman puts someone over on Mania, does it, what he's supposed to. This could also be a good opportunity to get someone up and coming to go have the shot at Mania too. So tough to say with the men.
Right, it is. Because let's be honest, the men's main event scene is getting old. It's getting old.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as age-wise, they're older. It's a very crowded main
Guys,
event
I got
scene
to
there.
talk now.
Okay.
Bye.
See you, dude.
All righty. So I think that's a pretty good place to end. Now, I've heard we're at 6 likes right now, and we've had more than 6 folks in the chat. So if you have not hit that like button already, because we would love to get to double-digit likes. So if you haven't, and also check out in the description all the links to all of our channels.
I say you better subscribe or we'll bash in some skulls, right?
Now, I did hear one more little story. I think we can squeeze in here at the end, and that is a certain someone in AEW's contract is coming up at the end of the year.
Oh, Jesus.
And the thought is that they are coming back to the WWE. and that is Y2J Chris Jericho. Now, when do I think Chris Jericho is going to come back to the WWE? Yes, I think he will. Once his AEW contract is up, because he's not doing anything on TV, hasn't been for a while. He went on tour. There's no plans for him as of right now. I just think it makes poetic sense to get one or two WrestleManias in, to get a Hall of Fame induction, and not use him on a weekly basis, because that's not going to happen. Use him as a special attraction. And I just thought that a great place to kind of showcase him. First off, show up at the Rumble, assuming his contract is up at that time. And for a Mania match, one last time, Jericho and AJ Styles. I think that would be phenomenal.
Oh.
No
Nice.
pun intended. Right?
Yeah, but it was there.
Right, it was there. Brad, thoughts on the possibility of Y2J coming back to the WWE?
I think I've said it before. Y2J is one of my favorite pro wrestlers. I definitely understand why he went to AEW, but knowing and understanding like who the dude is, I feel like the dude is like treading water in AEW, and it's like
the learning tree.
I feel like he's looking at it like, is this how I'm going out? Is this the end of my career? And like AJ said, I'm ending my career in the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Jericho, in and out, of course. When he made his appearance, Y2J, the countdown and everything.
Oh,
that was
so
perfect.
Great.
That was amazing.
And you could honestly
loved it.
And he's been so far removed. Like, let's say he does come back at the Rumble, you could do the countdown clock as his entrance.
That'd be
awesome,
amazing.
man.
Think about that.
Yes.
Instead of the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you drop up the Y2J and everyone freaks out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I think it makes most sense for him to appear at Rumble if he can and do a retirement tour. I mean, first off, he's going to be 55 this year.
Somewhere, yeah. He's an older guy.
Yeah, he's like 54 years old right now. I just looked it up. And he's born in 1970, so he's 55 years old.
Yeah.
He's looking old. He can't wrestle like he used to. So he's going to have to do, honestly, the Cena type. Special attraction. He can still wrestle, but I think leader of a faction where he occasionally wrestles might be the way to go. A better version of what they did in AEW, and let him actually have much more creative, and just like let him Paul, this is how I want to end. Will you let me do this? And it's like, this is what we can work with, Chris. And because I think they can be friendly enough. They've known each other long enough. I think it makes the most sense. And then after 1 year in, he announces retirement and then immediately goes in the Hall of Fame.
Ego, quick thoughts on the possibility and how much would you like to see Y2J return for one last run in WWE?
Bro, that would be amazing. I've been following Jericho since WCW. I mean, I rarely have I seen someone have to reinvent themselves seemingly every 18 months, and they've all been pretty great. I mean, I don't really count the AEW change-ups, but I mean, for the most part, here's a guy who's constantly had to change into a different character, who's been a heel, who's been a baby face. He's been amazing. His mic work is hilarious and on point.
Just made the list.
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, when you get the crowd, when you're so over that you just walk out and people sing your entrance theme song to make it completely like, there are very few people that can ever get that kind of recognition. And so to have him come back, I don't know, maybe for, I guess, a year, maybe 18 months till the next Mania, well-deserved Hall of Fame induction, man. I can't wait.
All right. Now, before we sign off, Ego, do you have the results of the mic drops for the month of October?
I do. I was just checking those. And so, let's see what we got here. Winner for the mic drops total with a total of 9 is going to be Brad. I would like to say that I count
3 months in a row.
I will say this. It seems that I counted for the month. At least 6 of those were on my at my expense in Jey Uso. So I mean, like, it should be 3, but like, I mean, if because we're doing this technicalities, it's 9. So I'm just,
you poor baby.
it had to be 9.
Are we doing? Oh, I'm sorry. Are we doing end of month drops? I mean, mic drops.
Yes. You won again, sir, for the 3rd month in a row.
Oh wow. Oh, I'm getting bored of this. It's almost like watching Jade and Tiffany again. Come on, guys.
Wow.
Unnecessary.
That's almost a mic drop right there.
Uncalled for.
Almost.
Uncalled for.
I don't think you get a mic drop praising mic drops.
I want to thank everyone who has tuned in. So right now we're at 7 likes right now. Okay, well, we're getting there, folks. We're getting there every now and then. That's why you need to get your friends to come over, watch the show, give a like on the rewatch, send it to your friends, have them like it, get the likes up. It pushes us into the algorithm. So on Saturday, I will be coming back live here for a recap of Saturday night's main event. I've invited the co-pilot now of the show, Mr. Ego. Ego, will you be available to either make me eat some humble pie or take your lumps?
I'm gonna see if I can be there. I'm gonna make sure that I at least get a chance to watch some of it and try to get on. But again, I'll let you know Friday. I got to message some people and see what's going on for the weekend because of Halloween and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna try my best to get on.
It's Saturday. It's the 1st. It's not Halloween. Tell them to shut the fuck up.
You can't have a Halloween party after Halloween. That's ridiculous.
No, that's lame.
Man, I'm in Texas, bro. We do like Dia de los Muertos. We do the day after too. It's a whole weekend, man. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm checking.
That doesn't sound very America first.
I know, right?
It isn't, but they had tacos and margaritas, so that's how I got in.
Speaking of LeftEyeEgo and his plans, which I did that wrong. Ego, what do you have coming up, sir?
First of all, what I have coming up is fixing this camera to make sure it works. I've actually got a Halloween toy stream with the guys this Friday at noon. We're going to be unboxing our latest toys to make sure our wives don't kill us, especially me and Roman. So hopefully, JV, you're able to join in with that. We love the
I'll be there too. I'll show up on your show. I'll show up on your show.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Fine. I'll make your show. I'll make your show.
You're damn right you will.
Jesus. Just fucking guilted the dude.
All right, exactly. All righty. And
well played.
Mr. Duke Devil 95, what do you have coming up, sir?
Tonight, we premiered on my channel this week's episode of Wormhole Watch. We watched The Wire. We had a special guest this week, a returning special guest who got promoted since it's his 2nd show on. He's no longer Ensign LeftEyeEgo. He's now Lieutenant Junior.
I'm sorry.
What the hell just happened? Apparently, I should not have promoted Ego.
I hit the wrong button. Sorry.
I shouldn't have promoted him. I get it. All right, we demoted him. Next time you're on, you're an ensign. Ego, you just lost it. That's his fault.
I want it, man. Come on.
Give me my brother Pip. Also, there'll be another Latinum Lounge coming out, and it's going to be related to Harry Mudd. If anyone knows more Star Trek and who Harry Mudd is, Harry Mudd has a big fan on our channel. Guess who is a big fan of Harry Mudd?
Hitman.
Yes. Yes, he is.
Shocking.
And I know.
Shocking.
And wait, we talked about Harry Mudd with LeftEyeEgo. Don't spoil it, but Ego has the right take.
Thank you. I appreciate this.
Wow. And as for myself, you will catch me tomorrow night with Roman of the Empire talking about our favorite scary movies of all time. I will be dropping a video on Friday. And then Saturday, as stated, about a half an hour after Saturday's main event, myself and this guy will be doing a live recap of what could be a good show or an absolutely terrible show from the world of the WWE. But on behalf of everyone here at Wednesday Night is Overbooked, I want to say keep talking, keep smiling, always have fun, and until next time,
Toodles!
And take care.
And here we go.
Is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
Ah!